English learners say things like, I'm having 24 years. She don't like it. She didn't went. And why do native speakers instantly notice these mistakes? I'll tell you. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining, this is Learn English with Gifty. Today, I'm exposing 10 super common English mistakes learners make. And by the end of this video, your English will sound more natural. And trust me, mistake number 7 is one that even advanced speakers make. Alright, let's jump in. Number 1. I'm having 24 years. That's wrong. The correct thing to say is I am 24 years old or I'm turning 24. You may ask me why. I'll tell you. In English, we use verb to be for age, not having. So for example, she is 18. She is 15. He is 30. So if you say, I'm having 24 years, it sounds like you have 24 years sitting inside your bag. So don't say that again. The second one, this. She don't like it. Now, it might sound correct, but no, it's wrong. The correct thing to say is, she doesn't like it. So when you're using third person, like he, she, and it, the verb that follows is not do or don't. What follows is does or doesn't. So you don't say she don't like it. You say she doesn't like it. Okay? So now here is the formula. I, you, we, and they, you use don't or do. For he, she, and it, you use does or doesn't. So I do, you do, she does, he doesn't. Okay, quick test. Which one is correct? My brother don't cook or my brother doesn't cook. Tell me your answer in the comment section. Let's continue. Number 3. Did you say I didn't went? People might argue, but you said I should use past in the past, so I didn't went should be correct. Oh no, let me explain. When you use did, the next verb that follows goes back to its base form. So the correct thing to say is I didn't go, not I didn't went. More examples. He didn't eat. She didn't sleep. Not he didn't eat and she didn't slept. No. So when you use did, the verb goes back to its base form. Okay? Think of it like this. Did is already carrying the past tense, so no need to add another past tense because it won't make sense. Okay? By the way, mistake number 5 is the reason why many learners sound robotic. We'll see that shortly. Mistake number 4. This. Can you borrow me your pen? That's wrong. The correct thing to say is, can you lend me your pen? So, you use lend when you are giving something. And you use borrow when you are receiving something. I can't say, can you borrow me your pen? What I will say is, can I borrow your pen? Or can you lend me your pen? Okay? So, borrow, to collect. Lend, to give. Okay? Good. Just know that if you mix this up, your pen might never come back. Now, number 5, this is very serious, especially when you are not a native speaker. When you're translating directly from your language, this makes your sentence sound unnatural. Okay? For example, instead of saying, open the lights, no, you say, turn on the lights. Instead of saying, I'm coming when you're leaving, you say, I'll be back. As much as you can, don't translate your sentences word for word because it might affect the meaning of the sentence or it might make you sound robotic. Okay? So here is an advice for you. Don't learn English word by word. Learn full phrases so you can sound better because that's how native speakers speak. Okay? Mistake number 6. This. Now, because native speakers talk fast, a lot of you assume that fast English is equal to fluent English. But that's not true. The problem with speaking too fast, especially when you are an English learner, is that when you speak too fast with mistakes, it makes you harder to be understood. The best thing to do as an English learner is focus on speaking clear English rather than fast English. Even if you make mistake when speaking normally in clear English, it's easier to understand. Now, when you're talking really fast, but you make mistakes in between, okay? So you are very fluent, I would advise you not to speak really fast as an English learner, okay? Now, speak naturally and slowly. Good. You see? Doesn't it sound good in your ears? Exactly. So focus on pronunciation, phrases, and confidence. Native speakers pause too. They don't just say hi. No. There is a pause too when native speakers speak. Okay? Number 7. Are you guilty of this? Now, using the wrong preposition is also a problem English learners face. For example, you don't say married with, you say married to. I'm married to John, not I'm married with John. Okay? You don't say good in English, you say good at English. Okay? You don't say arrived to the airport, you say arrived at the airport. Okay? Now, here is the unfortunate thing. Preposition doesn't follow logic. So if you want to memorize, don't just memorize single words. Memorize combinations because that's going to help you better. Now, here is a pro tip. Learn phrases like interested in, afraid of, listen to, and the rest. It's going to help you improve your English. Okay? Now, the next one is small, but it instantly reveals whether someone sounds natural or not. Mistake number 8. Overusing very. Very tired, very hungry, very sad, very big, very small. Come on! Many learners use very way too much. Let me give you alternatives so you don't have to use very all the time. Instead of saying very big, you say huge. Instead of very small, you say tiny. Instead of very tired, you say exhausted. Instead of very hungry, you say starving. Using stronger vocabulary makes your English fluent and pleasant to listen to. Number 9. Ignoring pronunciation. This is very common. Some learners just focus on grammar and vocabulary. But what's the use of the vocabulary when you don't pronounce it correctly? People will still misunderstand you. Do not forget, your pronunciation matters a lot. Your grammar can be good, your vocabulary can be good, but when you mispronounce a lot of words, people still misunderstand you. They don't get what you're saying. And miscommunication happens. For example, beach and another word is very similar. So when you say the wrong thing, it could be that you want to go to the beach, or you're insulting somebody. Another example, sheets, or another word. Now it could be a sheet of paper or something filthy. One small pronunciation mistake can change the entire sentence and make people totally misunderstand you. And I know you don't want that, so as much as you can, practice the pronunciation. I post pronunciation videos almost every day on my YouTube show. You can go to my channel and look through it. Okay? Let me give you a tip. Listen to native speakers, follow the rhythm, follow the stress, and follow the intonation, and your pronunciation will get better. Okay? And finally, the last mistake destroys a lot of English learners. Mistake number 10. Waiting to be perfect before speaking. Oh my God, if you're doing this, don't. I always tell my students this. Speak the English however it is. Don't care about, just be confident because you're still learning. The more you speak, the better you become. If you are waiting to be perfect, you might never be perfect and you might never learn English. So this affects a lot of English learners and they eventually get tired because at the end of the day they feel they're never good enough. If you don't do this, you can study for years and you're still not fluent. So speak the English however it is. If you mispronounce the word, you will learn from your mistake. If you make grammar mistakes, you will learn from it. Any mistake you make when speaking is just going to help you become a better English speaker. So the only way you can improve your English is by speaking English, not by hiding. Let me tell you, even native speakers make mistakes too. I make mistakes too. So you will learn the language. Speak it however you want. The highest thing they can do is laugh, but you get better at it. Okay? So after this video, I want you to write one sentence in English in the comments. Don't overthink it, just do it. Okay? So tell me, which mistake do you make the most? Be honest. And if this video helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends so you can help others. Because small correction can simply change the way you sound in English. And watch this video right here because it's going to help you sound more natural in English. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.